Hello, beautiful friend, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if you're new here. Please like and subscribe. Today we'll be doing shadow work readings for those that have sun, moon, rising, any inner planets in an earth sign. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Please keep in mind that these are going to be general readings, so everything I say is not going to stick with you. Please take what does and shake off the rest. There's a lot of changes coming in for earth signs. Uranus is in Taurus and it's going to be moving into Gemini in 2025. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, so lessons from 2018 to 2024 are going to be very important when Uranus goes into Gemini. What came out is you don't need someone to fix you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have swim away from the situation, shark. So I feel that for some of you, there's some certain beliefs that happen or some certain ideas that you came up with from 2018 to 2024 that really affected you on how you looked at yourself. For some of you, this could come out as not looking at what you did wrong in certain relationships, jobs, or opportunities that you got during that time and just blaming everybody else and not taking any accountability. So if you could see, there's like she's pregnant. So I feel that it's something that you truly believe within yourself. This could also be like you were dating someone and they really crushed your self-esteem, and whatever they said about you, you really took it to heart. And so you just gave up and you stopped believing that you deserved better. For some of you, this could mean that you stayed in that relationship and you've been staying in that relationship because you don't believe that you deserve better. And for a small percentage of you that are in a relationship like that, this is something that's been like a core wound since you were younger. It's a Japanese technique called kintsugi where they repair broken pottery with gold. You're looking for somebody else to repair you when it's supposed to be you all along. You just need the right tools to put yourself back together. And I feel that that's why the picture of the kintsugi is here. And I feel that for a lot of you, you feel that you're broken and you cannot be put back together, or you can't function, or you can't truly be happy, or you can't truly fall in love because of that. And for a lot of you, like a parts of you were broken. Like there's trauma that caused this, or there was violence in your childhood, or words that you were told that you believed within yourself made this happen. But there is a way for you to put yourself back together. It just takes work, time, and effort. And you need to show up for yourself wholeheartedly every single second of every single day. And that takes a lot of energy. And for some of you, that's hard to do because you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're not drinking a lot of water, you're not eating healthy, you're not putting good things inside of yourself or inside of your brain. And then you expect yourself to react to situations in a calm way or in a loving way or to have patience. What I like to think about it is sort of like what you put inside of yourself is how you're charging your battery, your internal battery. And the more unhealthiness that you're putting inside of yourself, the less charge you're giving yourself. And you could give yourself a negative charge. And for a lot of you, you're not paying attention what goes inside of you. Your words, your thoughts, your feelings, the food, the exercise, like everything that you do really matters. And for a lot of you, you keep repeating the cycle and it keeps breaking like other parts of you. You keep doing that to manifest the beliefs so that you could keep yourself in that same cycle. And so you don't have to change. And so it could look like telling yourself that you're no good in relationships and you're never going to be loved. And then when you do find somebody and you are in a relationship, you self sabotage. And so this person ends up leaving. And you could self sabotage, like they say, you don't have boundaries or you don't respect their boundaries, you're not being vulnerable. You could even do it intentionally or unintentionally, but you're doing it to make this belief come true. And then when they leave or you guys break up, it's like, oh, I knew that they were going to leave anyways. For some others of you, that could look like breaking up with someone before it gets serious or before you start catching feelings for them. And you might tell yourself that it's because, oh, it felt weird or it didn't feel right, but it's not that. And for a lot of you, this could also be here because you didn't have a parent or somebody involved in your life that showed you how to do this for yourself. And so you're learning as you go along and breaking the habits that you were taught growing up and learning this as you go along is really hard. And so I feel that that's why this card is here with the pregnant mermaid, because it's certain beliefs, ideas, and feelings that you gave birth to within yourself that are sort of like controlling you or keeping those pieces from being back together. At the bottom of the deck, we have awareness, which I feel that is here because for a lot of you, you are self aware of what you're doing wrong and how you're self sabotaging, but you pretend that you're not. You just ignore it. For some others of you that you're not self aware, you are aware that you are holding on to the past. And I feel that that's why clinging to the past is here. And I feel that that's why it's upside down, because it's something that you're really holding on to and something that you really don't want to let go. Because for some of you, you look for the negative things to remember in the past. And I feel that you do that because it keeps this belief alive, or whatever this idea, feeling, thought, whatever it is of not keeping yourself whole, it keeps it alive. It keeps it being true within yourself. And I feel that for a lot of you, you're on autopilot doing this. You're on autopilot, not paying attention to how you're reacting. And so you're overreacting to small things and you're underreacting to like bigger things. And it could be to keep this idea or this belief of not putting yourself back together because you either don't want to or you don't know how. What came out is courage and maturity. Some of you have the courage to want to grow from a difficult situation. As you can see, the flowers growing from the cement, and that takes a lot of work. But for some others of you, you have the courage, but you're using this courage to self-sabotage. And with maturity being here, I feel that for a lot of you, you were forced to grow up when you were little. Like you weren't allowed to have a childhood. That could either be because you had to look out for yourself, you had to be the adult in the family, or your parents were just really selfish and they just took over your childhood. Like they told you how you had to react, how you had to be, how, like, they pretty much controlled everything. And they never let you express how you really feel, or they never talk to you about how you really feel. And if you went to go talk to them, like, hey, this is hurting my feelings, it's like, oh, well, I'm your mom or I'm your dad, so you just have to put up with it. So I feel that that type of ego or that type of hurt is something that's also keeping these shattered pieces. And I feel that you don't need someone to fix you is here, because for a lot of you, you're waiting for a forgiveness from one of these parents or one of these family members, and unfortunately you're not going to get one for a lot of you. And I feel that you need to learn how to move on without that apology that you want, because you can't just stay broken waiting for them to change. You're taking that on yourself. And for a lot of you, you attract relationships like this where you're waiting for the other person to change. You're waiting for the other person to take accountability. You're waiting for the other person to admit that they were wrong. Or you could attract a lot of people like this. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please subscribe to my channel if it did, and let me know in the comments.